after Melania announces the first family's vacations. Americans are already noticing the huge difference between Michelle Obama and Melania Trump. It's not just about style but about family care and class. Melania is a true Christian. When Melania Trump cited the Lord's Prayer at the opening of a Trump rally in Florida, religion will be front and foremost in the White House. Melania has also decided not to waste taxpayers with any overindulging in lavish jet-setting vacations like the former First Lady Obama did. While the Trumps are in the White House and the First Family, they will be funding their own personal vacations. Folks, did you read that? Let me says it again. The Trump family will be funding their own personal vacations. We all know how Michelle is now well known by Americans as the vacationer-in-chief. Melania has vowed to keep her personal staff to a minimum, and will only hire as many staffers as are absolutely essential to her job as First Lady. This is just amazing, too good to be true. I think that Melania is going to be outstanding, President Trump said of his wife. Let's add that President Trump's taking only $1 per year instead of a $400,000 per year salary. The First Family will also fund their own personal vacations. Huffington Conservative Post, that's already a huge amount of dollars and savings for the hard-working, tax-paying Americans, and that's just comparing Trump's salary and travel. The Trump First Family is personally helping to control waste and spending, which is a small start towards paying off the hefty deficit that Obama left, close to a $20 trillion debt for him. San Antonio mayor has had enough. Look what she just did after City Council sued Texas for banning sanctuary cities. You'll cheer. The battle for sanctuary cities and sanctuary states has been a long, drawn-out fight this previous couple of years. Such a variety of liberals has left the woodwork to bolster the gathered rights of a non-U.S. resident who entered America illicitly with a specific end goal to live off the abundance of our property. So how did this all come to be? It's your significant urban areas where a large portion of this liberal garbage begins. That is one motivation behind why it is a significant amazement when the leader of San Antonio has turned out contrary to her city gathering's predictable push to sue the state to keep the usage of the ban on sanctuary cities. As the Express News first reported, Mayor Ivy Taylor is now publicly opposing the lawsuit in the city of San Antonio. Here's a prepared statement. I believe it was premature for the City Council to give direction to the city in order to join a lawsuit against the SB 4 legislation. In this case, the prudent course would be a wait until a decision was made. Additionally, I believe that any decision to join the lawsuit should be made in coordination with other major Texas cities, which I have consulted with Mayors Adler, Austin, Turner, Houston, and Rawlings, Dallas. We should not be surprised to see that the litigation is the last resort and that the city is bearing its fair share of any legal burden. None of these conditions have been satisfied, which is why I continue to oppose the City Council's decision to join this lawsuit. What we have here is a city board that is forsaken in its mindful to bolster the manage of law. Non-nationals don't have the privilege to request section into the United States. Furthermore, the individuals who land here wrongfully have no privilege to remain. It's quite recently that straightforward. Unreliable leftist officials and the non-existent privileges of illicit transients over the interests of American residents. However, they keep on getting chosen to the office or by one means or another figure out how to keep their employments as judges. These sanctuary cities are more than shelters for outside criminals. They are shelters from remarksins and the lead of law. At last, they will pay a cost for this idiocy, either in urban rot as their urban communities are loaded with the individuals who pay no duties yet devour open administrations, or from the brutal ways of life some of these illicit vagrants seek after. Regardless, the administrators will get what they merit, as will the general population who choose them to the office. It's the pure subjects who contradict this jabber who are the casualties. What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for reading. HT Right Wing After GOP failed to repeal Obamacare, Gowdy asked the one question everyone was afraid to ask. Most of the people who chose to vote Republican politicians in the last several elections expect the representatives to destroy Obamacare. Mainly, because they promised to do so. Even after having a majority in all of the governmental branches, the Republicans are not able to repeal it. From Daily Caller, our problem is for 7 years telling people what we're against and what we're opposed to, and then we've had 7 months to govern, and the best we can come up with is a scanny plan on 24 hours notice? Gowdy said during a Friday morning Fox News interview. We've had 7 years to figure it out, and the best we can come up with is something called scanny, he continued to mock. Republicans had better get it together fast. Young cons have the video content. We would be happy to hear your thoughts and predictions. Bob Mueller gets bad news, Trump smiles from ear to ear. Robert Mueller just got some more bad news. It has not been a good week for the former FBI director and now special prosecutor looking into President Trump. The calls for Trump to fire Mueller for his obvious biases have grown louder. But Trump, an innocent man, knows if he does fire him, and he can if he wants, the liberals will say this is proof of his guilt. Advertisement: appearances matter, so Trump will do the honorable thing and let this dishonorable witch reach its inevitable not guilty verdict. In the meantime, that has not stopped Congress from demanding Mueller recuse himself. According to The Hill, a member of the House Freedom Caucus, Andy Biggs, just asked Robert Mueller to recuse himself from the Trump witch hunt. Advertisement: Representative Andy Biggs, RS, said the integrity of his appointment was in doubt because of Mueller's close personal friendship with fired FBI Director James Comey. His ability to be impartial is doubtful because he has surrounded himself with highly partisan lawyers who make a special practice to line the coffers of Democrats, the Republican lawmaker said. Biggs was referring to the attorneys Mueller is hiring to dig up dirt on Trump. Too many lean too far to the left politically and way too many donated to the Democrats for this to be impartial. This investigation should not be centered around President Trump, as multiple high-ranking officials, including Mr. Comey and former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper, have stated that they have not seen any evidence that he colluded with Russia or that he was under investigation, he added, before again demanding Mueller go play golf with his buddy James Comey and retire. Share this if you agree that this liberal witch hunt will waste time and money and lead to no charge. CNN reporter forgot she was live on TV and exposed Obama, spread this. CNN is maybe the biggest liberal media outlet. They have been doing nothing but making Hillary Clinton look like an innocent victim. And now even one of their own journalists has found that CNN is also taking bribes from foreign countries. The CNN reporter who blew the lid on this issue is none other than Amber Lyon, formerly employed by CNN and an award-winning reporter. Yesterday, Lyon blew the cover on the network's suspicious business practices. Lyon claims that CNN is paid by the U.S. government for reporting on some events, and not reporting on others. Lyon also told us that the network is a tool for the Obama administration to manipulate the information the American public gets to see. Lyon claims that Obama has been controlling what we know through CNN, her former employer. During Lyon's interview with Joe Rogan, she explained that she and another female colleague were part of a 4-person team sent by CNN to Bahrain in 2011. Arriving in Bahrain, Lyon noticed something very odd. The United States government had been supplying over $1 billion worth in weaponry, including tear gas, to the oppressive Bahraini regime looking to suppress popular protests in the country. Lyon was threatened by United States government personnel while staying on a U.S. Navy base in Bahrain. She was told not to report the incident, or face grave consequences. But instead of this, CNN officials told her to shut her mouth and not report anything of the Bahraini government's oppressive acts. Share this to every corner of Facebook, expose the criminal.